welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Alana Simone. First of all, I wanted to welcome you guys in. I hope you had an amazing day today. So today we're going to be talking about good versus bad friends and knowing the difference. I think this is so important because oftentimes, I've said this in some of my previous videos, like the friends you have around you can directly impact your life and your future. And so we just want to make sure that who we surround ourselves with is people of good quality and people of good character and people who wants the best for you. I think a lot of times we um, are convinced that the definition of a friend is somebody who like does reckless stuff with you and goes out and party with you, drink with you, smoke with you, everything that you do they doing, y'all down for whatever. And if that's what the lifestyle that you're living, then okay. But when you step back and somebody from the outside looking into that, my opinion of that would be like that's not necessarily a good friend. You want people around you that's going to want to see you do better and want to see you succeed in life and not just live a life recklessly. Oftentimes we get so comfortable with the friends we have around us because why? It doesn't challenge us to grow. We don't feel like we need to change. We feel like what we are doing is normal. And so therefore we don't, see any reason to not be their friend because it's like, I mean, they drinking and I drink, so it's the same thing, and that's right. I mean, but that's because you both are in the same headspace, and nobody has stepped out of that to see that that maybe is something that y'all shouldn't be doing, or maybe not necessarily not doing, but it's not going to benefit you in the long run. A lot of times we just do things because it's cool. We do things because society tells us to do things, and we sometimes don't think to take the time to reevaluate our life and the people that we have around us. I think it's so important. I'm a person that anybody that is around me, I'm always doing my best to encourage them and uplift them, and just um I just want the best for each and every person that I surround myself with. And so I can provide you with knowledge, I can give you wisdom, I can give you insight on different stuff, but it's up to you to take it. I can't force you to be like, don't go out and party every weekend. No, because why? It's your life and it's your choice. You can do what you want. But I feel like a good friend really is oftentimes the one that we kind of push to the side or we think is that person. It's usually that person. There's always usually one person in a friend group that be trying to tell the other friends about themselves or tell them that, guys, maybe we shouldn't be doing this, but nobody wants to listen. They usually think that that person is like the Debbie Downer. Nobody wants to have fun. The person that doesn't want to have fun, they don't want you to have fun. And so what ends up happening is you're convinced that the other people are your friends more. And so you go out and live your life, and then usually you leave the one behind that was trying to help y'all come, think differently and take your life more seriously and care more about your life. And so what happens? A lot of times people lose friends like that because they don't have the mindset or the capacity to think something different. And so in result, maybe years down the line, you then realize you have an epiphany, like, oh my God, like that was really a good friend. That was my friend because in the moment you thought that they was trying to tell you to go home or try to, tell you to stop smoking and getting high every weekend. And in that moment you felt like they was trying to tell you what to do. They was trying to be your parent or whatever. But no, when you grow up and you mature, you realize that those are really good friends. Those are people that you want to keep in your life because why? They don't want to see you throw your life away. They don't want to see you go down a path of destruction. They don't want to see you just fall to what society has sold us. And so that's the thing. I just really pray that people can start or, taking life more seriously, first of all, and taking um their friendships more seriously and the people that they surround themselves with, because first of all, everybody who said it's your friend, not your friend. And some people would rather see you down and out with them than you changing your mind and learning something different and coming up out of that. Because why? Because they are usually the ones that they are, if they're doing the same thing you're doing, if you come out of it, then that means you have a chance to do better with your life. You have a chance to succeed. You have a chance to, you know, accomplish things. You have a chance to do something different. And a lot of times, people around you that we think is our friends, they don't really want to see that. And so it's easy to convince you to stay stuck. It's easy to convince you that, girl, this is so cool, or boy, this is so cool. Like, whatever your friends, friend group, girl, boy, and they convince you to stay exactly where they are because they don't want to do better for themselves, so they don't want to see you do better for you. But you don't realize that that's not really a good friend. Like, that's somebody who wants to hold you back. That's somebody who has put limits on their life and they choose not to grow and they choose to stay in their mess, and so they don't want to see anybody else break free from that. And so that's why they continue to convince you that what you're doing is okay, and what y'all doing together is fun. And so it's all fun and games, but this is how you know, like, it's like, it's not the best. Because let's say you decide to befriend, these friends that you go out and party and drink and smoke and do all this stuff with, and you decide one day that you want to get up and make a change. You want to actually go after goals in your life. You actually want to succeed. You actually want to do something different. I guarantee you, when you decide to leave that friend group, or try to, make active changes in your life, I guarantee you, them same friends that was all your friends then is not going to be acting the same way then. Because why? You now are taking steps to move forward and to better your life. And so at one point, you were just like them. You were stuck, you were messed up, you were jacked up, and they liked that. Because why? You were just like them. And so that's, people like people to be just like them. They don't like people to become better. But you got to understand today that you need to become better for yourself. It doesn't matter what people around you tell you, what your friends try to convince you is the cool thing to do. Listen, today is a new day to get up and do something different. I want to be your friend today, even though we're virtual on screen, okay? But I want to be the friend that lets you know that you have so much more to live for, and that God, first and foremost, has so much more in store for your life. And so you need to recognize that a lot of times the people in your life is the ones that's holding you back from reaching your full potential. And so we don't want to continue to see that happen for you. So understanding that we need to take take heed and more consideration to who we keep around us. Because why? It directly impacts our future in our life. There's a saying that says birds of a feather flock together. And what does that mean? That means that who you surround yourself with is who you end up becoming. And so if you are surrounded by people who don't have no goals, who don't have no vision for their life, who constantly going out drinking and party every weekend, then the more you stay around these people, that is how you can become. And so you don't want to become that. You don't want to, fall into the trap of um trying to fit in and then losing yourself in result. Like, no, you are different. You are called for a purpose. And so today I need you to recognize that. Sometimes we think like, no, these people, my friend, this been my brother for years. But it's like, you have to ask yourself, what has what has become good in your life and result of having this friend in your life? What goals have you accomplished? What things have you achieved and set out to do to better yourself? We don't think about that. We like, oh, what they've been with us, they've been, they go to the parties with me, they go to the functions, they help me pick up girls. But it's like, okay, but how about your well-being? Do they help with that? Do they make sure that's okay? How about the goals that you have for yourself, your future, your career? Do they check on that? How about, long term? Like, if you want to, be married one day, have a family? Do y'all have conversation about that, or is it just about partying, drinking, smoking? Because we think it's not important, especially being young. We don't got to think about our future, but we do, because what we do right now directly impacts our future. And so we'll wake up one day 30 years old and look up like, what in the world happened with my life? The world told me to go out, live throughout my 20s, party, do whatever I want, and then start focusing on my life. But then you get to like 30, 40, whatever, and you're like, oh my God, what did I do with my life? You don't even realize how fast time can go and slip away from you when we don't get focused, when we don't have goals, when we don't have the right people around us. It's so important who you surround yourself with. I'm the type of person, I can't just be surrounded by anybody. Because why? I realized that I first of all realized that I have a purpose and calling for my life. And so therefore, having the wrong people around you can pull you away from the things that you need to be doing, or it can cause a distraction in your life. And I know for me, I've come too far that I can't afford that. I took the time to evaluate my life and evaluate the people that I surround myself with. I'm surrounding myself with winners. I'm surrounding myself with people that's going somewhere. Because why? I know that I'm going somewhere. And so anybody else around me, even if they're not, on the same level, I'm going to challenge you, because to come up, to go to a new level. Because why? Just like I want the best for myself, I want the best for anybody else around me. We all can succeed. We all can do better. We all can grow and learn. And so today, just know that it's so important to know who you have around you. To know that if something happened, will this person have my back? We live in a world, I see so many people, especially young people, getting killed, getting in fights, doing all this stuff, and it be their own friends. The person that they had around for years be the ones turning on them or setting them up. And it's like, really? But why does this happen? Because we don't take the time to evaluate our friends and the people, good versus bad. We oftentimes get comfortable, especially when we have friends forever. We're like, oh no, they my friend and all them, all that stuff. They wouldn't do that. Johnny wouldn't do that. Susie wouldn't do that. Yes, they would. Because why? We get comfortable, and so we never challenge people, especially me and our friends for so long. I'm not saying be like, why do you want to be my friend, blah blah, but sometimes you got to ask those questions, because you never know. You want to be able to trust people and love people unconditionally, but sometimes it be the people that you have closest to you, especially for a while, that hold you back the most. Or secretly envies you, or is jealous, and that's not good to have around you. And so I just say, first of all, always use discernment and you know picking your friends. Discernment comes from God. That is a gift that He gives us to know good from bad, and know you can have that gift in knowing the intentions of people around you and different stuff like that. And so just know that it's a thing to know. I'm not saying drop everybody, but I'm just saying, think about it. Just take some time to like reflect, see where your life is now, and start writing goals for yourself, and creating a vision for your life, and see if that stuff aligns up with the people you have around you. Will they help you move forward and achieving and accomplishing your goals, or will they be hindrances and blockers and distractions, and preventing you from moving forward? So think about it like that. So you guys, I just wanted to make this video. It's so important to know who we surround ourselves with, good versus bad friends. And remembering, when you do find a good friend, never take them for granted, because especially in this world that we live in, it's so hard to find genuine people with pure intentions, pure hearts. So when you find that person or people, make sure you do your best to cherish that relationship, because if you don't and you lose those people, those people are really hard to come by. So when you find somebody that is genuine and really wants the best for you, really wants you to grow and challenges you to do better, don't take offense to it. Don't be like, oh no, that's not my friend. Or don't let jealousy and envy come in your heart. Look at that person as inspiration. Look at that person as um a good friend, because that's a good friend wants to see you succeed. A good friend is going to tell you about yourself sometimes, okay? Because why? It's out of love. It's not like, it shouldn't be out of spite. It shouldn't be out of, trying to make you feel bad. No, sometimes we need correction. Sometimes we need somebody to push us and tell us that there's more to our life, and that we need somebody to push us to the next level. We need somebody to remind us who we are in the times where we feel defeated and lost in life. We need people around us that's going to surround us in difficult seasons, that's going to surround us with loyalty, love, and trust. It's a big important thing. So just recognize that. The biggest thing that I do also that helps if you have difficulty being able to find friends, or pray about it. Ask the Lord to send you good friends, send you people that's going to have your best interests at heart, that's going to genuinely love you and appreciate you as a person and as a friend, and that's going to support you and challenge you to become a better person. And also, we want to receive that, but making sure that we are becoming that as well. So Lord, help me to be a good friend. Help me, when you send good friends into my life, to be a good friend as well. Because I think oftentimes we want people to be good to us, but we don't know how to be good to them. So it takes both sides to be good to create a strong, healthy friendship. So know that today, I really pray that this video helped you in some way. I really pray that you could take some time within the next few days, weeks, months, years to just start, doing better at, who you call your friend, like choosing who you call your friend, and just doing better at, life and who you surround yourself with, because it's important, and it's really going to be beneficial to you when you do surround yourself with good people, because you'll see yourself achieving and going after things that you normally wouldn't have. So, you guys, I thank you so much for being here. I really, really hope that this video encouraged you, gave you some new insight, whatever you needed it to do today for you. And I will see you guys in the next video.